What's happening, y'all? It's your boy the Virtual Gangster, and I am back with another video. This time it's going to be about Contractors VR, which is kind of crazy to say in 2024, considering Contractors Showdown is a thing and it had a bunch of hype behind it. But Caveman Studios, they were not locked in. They really dropped the ball with that game. They have not been showing it enough love. But here we are. They dropped an update for Contractors VR, and honestly, I can't be too mad about it because Contractors VR remains one of my favorite VR games. I've clocked the most hours in this game, and it's always just a good time. Sometimes I revisit it anyways. So I have some gameplay in the background on this current version. At first glance, it doesn't look like much has changed, but they have made some changes, and we're going to talk a little bit about that. And honestly, maybe we can just chop it up about the state of Contractors Showdown, because I know that the Contractors community is not happy with the way that Caveman Studios has been executing and supporting that game. But that's a conversation for later. Let's get right into the update. So they dropped the version 0.94, and honestly, this version actually has some pretty interesting stuff. Starting off with probably the most important one, they've expanded ground war. So they've increased the player count from 8v8 to 12v12. So they went from 16 players on one map to 24 players on one map. And honestly, this gameplay right now that you're watching is a 12v12 on Dome, and I'm not the biggest fan of it. I like the idea for the maps that, you know, can accommodate that many people. However, a lot of the maps that I play, which are, you know, Call of Duty remakes or Call of Duty clones, don't really support 12v12. I mean, if you think about Call of Duty, it's ground war. It was 8v8, at least the OG Call of Duties. I know the new ones started doing that whole war mode or whatever, but originally ground war is supposed to be 8v8. So a lot of these maps are appropriate for that, but 12v12, it just kind of gets clustered. And honestly, I run into my teammates a lot. They just kind of get in the way. A lot of my teammates get in the way of the enemy, so I'm shooting my teammates and my bullets don't travel through my teammates. They kind of just, you know, soak up my bullets while I'm trying to shoot an enemy that's standing behind them. But yeah, you get 24 people now, which is pretty cool. That's a step in the right direction. I don't think anybody could complain about that. And if you don't like the 12v12 mode, just join an 8v8 lobby. It's that simple. So the next thing that they changed up is the player models. So I don't know if this is me, but it seems like they might have improved the visuals when it comes to the actual, you know, player models of the different factions. They do look a bit better. And another thing I noticed is that when I jump, my legs kind of flail in the air. If you look down, you can see your legs flailing. And I don't know that was there before, but somebody can correct me in the comments below if I'm wrong. Another thing that I noticed that's really frustrating is my character seems to get stuck on things when climbing, or things that you can climb, and this didn't happen before, and you kind of just get stuck. You literally can't move and you have to jump to free yourself. And I've died a couple times to this. Of course I'm going to put a clip of this so you can see what I'm talking about. The most important point here though is it kind of changed the way that you interact with your gun when reloading. If you go look at the Discord, a lot of players are reporting issues with reloading consistency, and I have experienced it too. It's gotten me killed quite a few times, and I would say that it's broken at this point. Especially for people who have played the game for long periods of time, you kind of build that muscle memory on, you know, reloading guns quickly and efficiently, and then they kind of just switched it up on you, and so now you're not reloading as consistently, so it kind of gets you in sticky situations. I'm gonna show an example right now so you can see what I'm talking about. All right, so in this clip, I'm using the Black Ops 3 loadout, and you can see my mag just goes flying after I insert it. And this happens pretty often. It's kind of almost hit or miss on whether you're going to complete the reload or not. And this is just one of many examples that I've recorded. So they do need to fix that as soon as possible, because I ain't gonna lie, it's frustrating. And it ain't like you can change up the loadout and avoid this problem. I tried a bunch of loadouts. I tried Gunsmoke and Charm, Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops 3, the standard one, and this reloading problem persisted through all of them. So it's almost like they changed the underlying game mechanics or physics that influence the reloading. So it's unavoidable. I'm gonna go ahead and stamp that right now. It's only a matter of time before it happens to you. So hopefully, Caveman, they can fix this quick, because this is bad. Alright, so moving on. This one's pretty exciting. They added a new game mode to Ground War lobbies. It's called Rush, the Rush mode. And for those of you who have played Battlefield, you know exactly what this is. Rush is basically where you have two teams. One team is on defense, the other team is attacking, and the attackers are going to try and take the defenders' base by planting explosives, and the defenders have chances to defuse those explosives. But the catch is the attackers have a limited amount of tickets, so each time an attacker dies, the amount of tickets is decreased by 1. The goal is for the attackers to, plant all of the explosives in the defender's base without having their tickets diminished down to 0. And the defender's job is to diminish the attackers' tickets down to 0 without having all of their bases exploded, essentially. So honestly, it's pretty much only optimized for the stock maps. I think that the modders who mod, the custom maps like the Call of Duty maps, they'll have to almost enable this game mode, or program their maps to accommodate this game mode. And honestly, if you wanted to play it, you probably wouldn't find any lobbies. So I put some gameplay in here, and this is a lobby full of bots, just so you can get a feel of what goes on in this game mode. But don't count on finding a full Ground War lobby of people playing this, at least not until the more custom maps are updated to allow for this game mode to be played. Because let's be honest, nobody really wants to play the the stock maps that come with the game. We play Contractors for the mod support, and I want to play Call of Duty maps in VR. So yeah, until that happens, you probably won't see a lot of Rush lobbies. And last but not least, they revamped their mod kit, enabling the creators to implement vehicles and ziplines into their custom maps. This is probably the ziplines from Contractor Showdown, but I think that this, paired with the new Rush game mode, could potentially mean that we could see more mainstream Battlefield experiences in Contractors VR, which I'd be pretty excited to see. There are probably Battlefield experiences that already exist out there. If you know any, let me know in the comments. But I think that this could take it to the next level. At the end of the day, the modding community keeps this game going, so it all depends on what they decide to do with it, and I'd be interested to see what comes out of this. From what I've seen, it seems like Caveman Studios doesn't really appreciate the modders as much as they would like, so I'm not sure if that community is still active. But all we can do is wait and see what they can do with these new tools that they have been provided. For the most part, I think this update is a step in the right direction. If I had one critique to provide to Caveman Studios, it would be to listen to their consumers. It seems that there are a lot of people who aren't too happy with this update. I think baby steps. I don't like to be too critical because I don't know what it's like to be a developer. So I try to give the benefit of the doubt. But if they continue to support this game for as long as they have, I think that it can be even better than what it already is. And I think we can just leave the Contractor Showdown conversation for a different time, because that is its own problem. So drop a comment and let me know what your favorite part of this update is. I mean, do you still play Contractors? Let me know something in the comments. That's the video for today. So if you guys enjoyed the video, consider dropping a like. If not, hope you enjoy the rest of your day. It's been your boy, the Virtual Gangster. I will catch you guys in the next video.